Hi, this is Rob Leo. I'm the coordinator of instructional technology training at West Genesee Central Schools. In this video tutorial, I'm going to give you a brief orientation to your school-issued Chromebook, including how to log in, connect to Wi-Fi, adjust your settings, and add users. Before we start, let's take a look at the hardware itself. You'll notice on the side that there's a power button, a power jack to charge the Chromebook. Usually the charge will last all day, and you can charge it overnight. There's a USB port if you need to add external devices like a mouse. There's also a headphone jack. This is a touchscreen Chromebook. I can rotate the screen all the way around. Not all of our Chromebooks do that. And when it does rotate all the way around, it becomes a touchscreen. The touchscreen is enabled as in laptop mode as well. It takes about 7 seconds or so for the Chromebook to boot up. Once it does so, you'll be prompted to log in. If your child's profile is not automatically on the screen, you'll notice in the bottom you can click Add Person to add a new user to a Chromebook. The device is generally irrelevant. It's the account that has all of your child's information. So let's just click Add Person. And when prompted, you're going to add your username and password. Your username is your West Genesee email address. You notice in this instance, on this particular Chromebook, the @westgenesee.org is pre-filled. You simply have to add the username. Not all Chromebooks will do that, so you want to make sure you include @westgenesee.org. Bear with me while I log in. Once you enter the email address and password successfully, a landing screen will pop up. In this particular instance, the login account that I used is for an elementary student, and the home page is the Elementary Learning Sites Google site that we created. This has links to the most frequently used websites that our elementary students use. Secondary students will not have the same landing page when they first log in. On the bottom right corner, you are going to find right where the clock is located, your settings. If you click on that, you'll notice that there is a Wi-Fi option. You can see I'm connected to the West Genesee network. You can add your home network if you choose to. To do so, you want to go to the network page. You can find that in your settings. You'll notice that network is the first option. You can see I'm already connected. You can add a new network if you choose to. Here you can see you can add a connection. This is where you would connect to your home Wi-Fi to give your child access to the internet on their West Genesee Chromebook from home. While we're here on the settings page, let's just briefly review how we got there. Again, clicking on the time, there is a gear icon for settings. What I want to show you next is the accessibility tools that are built into a Chromebook. Some folks will need to use text-to-speech or may want to adjust the display settings. If you click on Advanced and scroll all the way down, you'll notice that there is accessibility. In this case, accessibility is turned on the menu, and I'll show you where that's located in just a moment. But you can see that there are text-to-speech tools, display tools like contrast mode, and so forth. Because I turned on the ability to have this on my menu, always show accessibility options in the system menu. When I click on the menu, you'll notice that accessibility is located here, and I can turn these things on or off. If you see that on-screen keyboard is turned on, for example, you'll notice a little check mark. And if it's a bother and you don't want it, you can simply click on it again to make it not automatically pop up. Same thing holds true for any of these additional settings like a larger mouse, a magnifier, dictation, or text-to-speech. Let's log off as this student. We're going to sign out. And typically if you just close the Chromebook, it'll automatically sign the child out. And when they reopen it, it'll prompt them to log back in. Again, it takes about 7 seconds or so for the Chromebook to boot up. If you find that it does not, then you can either hold the lock key, which is located on the top right corner of the keyboard, and press it down for a few seconds. That usually does the trick. If it doesn't, again, you've got a power button on the side that you can press and hold to boot the Chromebook up again. As mentioned previously, you can have more than one user using the same Chromebook. You can simply click Add Person at the bottom of the screen. This time I'm going to log in as a different person, and you will see that there will be two profiles on the screen when I log out. Bear with me for just a moment. While we're waiting for this to boot up, if we look at the keyboard itself, you'll notice that there is a brightness option right on the keyboard. You can adjust the brightness, making your Chromebook brighter or less bright simply by tapping the keys. Same thing holds true with your volume controls. You have increase volume, decrease volume, and turn volume off. You can also go between full screen mode and get out of full screen mode, and you can gather all of your windows to display on the screen all at once. In this case, I logged in with my own account, and you'll notice I do not automatically land at the elementary sites. To get to the internet, I'm going to use the Chrome icon. I've also customized my background, and you can do that in your settings as well. When I launch Chrome, all of my bookmarks, all of my extensions are preloaded. Again, the device is irrelevant. Everything is tied to my account. So if I log into Chrome on a home computer, I will have the same experience that I'm having on the Chromebook. You simply want to make sure you're logged into the Chrome browser on your Mac or PC at home. You'll notice that there's a circle icon in the bottom corner. This will pull up all of your Chrome apps. If you need to use the camera on a Chromebook, you can type in camera and search for it. Notice there's the camera app. In some instances, teachers will require students to take pictures, and they can launch the camera app. Sorry, because I'm logging in for the first time, you're getting all these pop-up windows that are affiliated with my extensions and so forth. Let's do that one more time. Touching the circle icon, swiping the screen up. You notice I have several pages worth of apps. I can scroll between those pages, or I can simply look for one by typing it in. I already typed in camera, so it remembered. And there is the camera option. So if you need to take a photo, they can be stored right here on the Chromebook. The Chromebook does have some limited storage capacity. There is an area called Downloads. So let me go back to your apps and so forth. Typically they're in a place called Files. And you notice that files are stored in a place called My Files or Downloads, but also, importantly, Google Drive is a place to store stuff. When you store it in Google Drive, you're actually storing things to the cloud that can be accessed on any computer so long as you're logged in to your West Genesee account. Let me log off of this Chromebook. And again, now that I've entered a second person, the next time it goes through its boot up cycle, you should see that both user profiles are on the screen. If you need to remove a profile, you can click the little triangle and you can remove a user. Of course, you can continue to add more users. When you're all done, you can simply close the screen and it will turn the Chromebook off, or of course you can use the shutdown button on the bottom left corner, or located in the settings, you should also see the power button as well. Thanks for listening, and I hope you found this useful.